Today, we are going to talk about creating your business as a sustainable future. When I first started to hear about sustainability, I always thought of like more about the planet, is it sustainable for us to keep cutting down all the trees to, be taking all the fish out of the oceans? Is it sustainable? Will we be able to thrive here on the earth the way that we're treating it? But then I started to look at sustainability in my business and in my life. The brilliant Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, who Access Consciousness is what we talk about here on the channel. He introduced me to this concept of sustainability with your business. And it was kind of one of those ahas, but also made a lot of sense. Often we have businesses that aren't sustainable. You can see when something happens with the economy, certain businesses will fall away, certain businesses will grow and thrive. So is your business sustainable? Or if you're creating a business, can you set it up with sustainability? So we're going to talk about some different things for you to look at today. And you can ask some questions and maybe shift some things in your current business to really have that sustainability to provide you with a greater future. What if your business got greater and greater and greater as it went along? It didn't have to become more difficult or deteriorate. And sustainability is really when your business can continue to grow and expand, that it will, in a way, can take care of itself regardless of what's going on. So number one thing I want you to look at is you can write this down, ask yourself, can my business continue to grow and expand the way I currently have it set up, created? Okay. Could even be your business, your life, your current job. Is it sustainable? So can it grow and expand the way I currently have it set up? A great example was I was using different types of systems. So when I first started my kind of like lifestyle coaching, access consciousness facilitator business, I was using a lot of kind of free tools that were out there, and they were so great. And I was so grateful that I could get going with these kind of free tools. But what started to happen was I was hitting this kind of limit to where I could go with them. And what I realized was, if my business was to get bigger right now, this system would not be able to actually support it. So my business wasn't sustainable because there was a cap on how much it could grow and expand based on what I was using, what I was implementing in my business, how it was set up. It could be maybe you're a one-man, one-woman show, and it's not sustainable for you to do everything. You have to start looking at when do I need to bring someone in? What things could someone else handle in my business so that this can be sustainable? There's many different areas depending on the business that you have. So this is the question for you to really look at. The way you currently have it set up, is your business sustainable? Is it able to grow and expand and take care of itself? Or do you kind of secretly know in the back of your head, like, wow, if 100 people suddenly showed up to this class, we would not be okay? Well, then it's not sustainable. So what can you change there to allow that sustainability? Number 2 is, are you willing to have things change on a dime? Like really have things change on a dime. It's often these solid pieces in our business that cause when the world changes, when there's a big kind of change going on in the world or with you personally, or when a staff member, if you have a lot of solidity, a lot of form and structure in your business, it is less likely to be able to change on a dime. Therefore, you're not the effect of everyone and everything around you. There are a lot of businesses that you may have seen and been inspired by where they've completely redesigned the product or the type of business they were doing, expanded an area, let go of something completely and went into something else. That's the willingness to have change, to have fluidity, to not let solid structures actually be the limitation in your business. And that's what they will create. We put these solid structures in places, though, that's creating stability and security, but it does not contribute to sustainability because it can't grow, it can't outgrow, and it can't out expand those solid points of you. So you might want to ask yourself the question, are there areas in my business that I've made really, really solid that are unchangeable? And then look at, if I allowed this to be changeable, would my business be more sustainable? Number 3. This is actually a really great one for the time of the world right now. Are you doing survival in your business? So if you're doing survival, you can't actually have sustainability, right? And you can't have thrival, which is, for me, when I look at that continuously to grow and expand, that sustainable business that kind of takes care of itself, that to me is thrival. It's the ease and the joy that business is. Survival is where you can tolerate anything, and you're kind of just like, your primary objective is to exist, to just not die, right? You are like, you just don't want your business to die. So all of your energy, your attention is on how do we survive this? Not, what thrival is available for my business right now? What sustainability is available for my business right now? And we've seen a lot of businesses that were already set up with sustainability. There may have been a dip in income but there's been this malleability, this willingness to change and shift and ride the wave and then continue to expand in maybe different areas and grow and grow and grow and allow for the business to thrive in the ways that it is thriving. But when you're stuck in that piece of survival, if you look at it as the physical analytic form, how long can someone survive if they're only living from survival? It's all your systems are on overload, right? Your adrenaline's running, your everything's kind of on high alert. And how long can you do that before you burn out, before the business burns out, before the energy burns out? So if you're functioning from survival, if you have those thoughts coming up in your head, I highly recommend, 1, get your bars run. I'll put a link to what are access bars in here. It's a technique. It's a gentle hands-on technique. When someone touches points on your head, and it can dissipate all of that energy, those thoughts, those feelings and emotions of survival. And also just acknowledging, oh, wow, I'm functioning from survival in this area in my business. And then start to look at, am I willing to let go? Am I willing to let go of survival? So if you've been doing survival for a while, that might feel a little bit uncomfortable. But truly, if you're willing to let go of the survival, only then will you have that sustainability and that thrival show up in your business. So more sustainability in those areas. And then the last one is really looking at the future you're creating. So are you creating a future that's based on kind of what you've already said based on predictability. A lot of people like to kind of get a sense of this is what's worked and we'll just do, maybe we'll do it slightly different, or this is what's worked for other people. So we're just going to kind of follow this formula. We're going to follow this format. That does not create sustainability, because what we've seen, and we've seen it all through history, is that everything can change. Back to that changing on a dime, right? So if you start to be in the question of how can I create my business that's totally different? How can I create my business that's not just slightly different than what I've already seen, but when you're looking at creating a business, a sustainable business, you might be coming up with some truly creative and inspiring ways to do something that's never been done before. And truly, those are the businesses that continue to grow and expand no matter what's showing up in the world. What can you do that's totally different? And playing with the question of the future of your business and what would it take to have a sustainable future for your business, for your life. Not from sustainable, remember, not going into the survival, we need to put these things in place so we can survive anything. So that you can, no matter what, grow and expand. No matter what, you can thrive. That is the energy of sustainability in your business. Play with this, sit down, if you will, write this stuff out, take some action with your business, and get really vulnerable with what's showing up and how you're functioning with your business. And you're going to have a lot of awareness. And from that awareness, so much possibility can show up for you, and you can make these slight adjustments, sometimes big adjustments, and play with this question. Maybe do this whole set of questions again in like 3 months from now, 6 months from now, and play with it. The more you continue to play with these questions, you're going to shift your whole business into a sustainable future. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this contributed to you. Please let me know in the comments below what was your biggest takeaway from this. And hit the like, subscribe, please. And if you really like this, would you be willing to share it with a friend? I'd love to get this channel out there and to connect with more people. We'll see you in the next video.